other people to that. I don't know how many people saw this, but just like as I was walking in earlier, I saw a guy in camouflage. I'm sorry, should I have? I'm not sure what happened. I've actually started analysing a lot of stuff in general. Like I saw a wheelchair parking, but it was next to a no standing zone. I was like, that's just rubbing it in. Like, the weirdest thing I've actually noticed, and it's ruined like every wedding for me now, but the Macarena looks like someone taking their clothes off. Yeah, no, like, because now it goes, I know this version seems a little obscene, but I need to dry my clothes up. I wish I was cleaner. I want them to dry quickly, so I pick them on my dryer. Hey, then in the dryer. And like, I've even started analysing stories. Like, Jack and Jill now is very incomplete to me. Because it goes, Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down, broke his car, and Jill came tumbling after. But then up Jack got and kind of just went home. Like, Jill's just lying there, her crown's probably cracked open, and he's just like, nah, I've got to go home and watch Foxtel. Like, I feel like he kind of planned it. I feel like that's what happened. So now I've rewritten it a little more realistically. Now it goes, Jack caught Jill, went up a hill, but Jack had planned the slaughter, but Jack was pushed, his brain was smushed, he regretted that he brought her. And like, I've even started analysing movies. I've just ruined Wizard of Oz for everybody now. Because like, I keep hearing Bill Cosby. It's a weird thing. Like, you hear that song that goes, if ever wonder who is there was the Wizard of Oz, is one Bill Cosby, Cosby. Bill Cosby, wonderful things he does. And every time I hear the Wicked Witch of the West, all I want to do is go, Wicked, 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 Wicked Witch of the West. The Wild, Wild West. It's so annoying. And like, I like villains in general, but I really like and hate Darth Vader. Because like, as a 5-year-old kid, I went to see the Star Wars prequels. And I was so disappointed. All I'd heard about was Darth Vader. I was like, is that Darth Vader? No. Is that Darth Vader? Is that Darth Vader? Is that? No. Like, my dad got that frustrated, and I just kept asking, is that Darth Vader? To the point where he just wanted to choke me with the Force. At which point I was kind of like, oh, you're Darth Vader. Frustrating, annoying. And like, I like that Disney now owns Star Wars because they own both the best villain and the worst hero. Because like, there's that Prince character in every Disney film. What did he do? Like, he enjoyed blistering winds, scorching deserts, ran through rain, hail and snow. Like, big deal, you enjoyed a bunch of weather. Welcome to Melbourne. Yeah. And like, they say that Disney, the Snow White and Seven Dwarfs are named after drug effects. Like, I don't buy that theory at all. Otherwise, you have to make like an adult version where one of them is called like Dead, Concussed, or Pants Down thinks he's invisible. And like, I really like Bob the Builder, for example, is a kid show I can't see the same anymore because their theme song is so aggressive. Like, Scoop, Muck and Dizzy and Rolly 2 sound like gang names to me. And like Lofty and Wendy, they join the crew. Bob and the gang have so much fun. Working together, they get the job done. It's a bit like, and I know I watch too much TV, but like, I'm not really that trained for anything else. Now, I try to do comedy, but even there, you get like weird compliments after the show. One guy told me, you are definitely a comedian. I'm like, oh, thanks, that's nice, why is that? He goes, because you look funny. That's not a reason. And I've actually had people say to me after the show, yeah, I really like the jokes. I'm like, oh, thank you. And they're like, yeah, but do you have to do comedy? I'm like, yeah, and they're like, well, maybe try puppets or something. That was my mum. And I even saw a guy at Hungry Jack's. He recognised me, and I felt so good. He was like, I know you. I'm like, getting recognised for comedy, yeah. He's like, you work at McDonald's, don't you? Oh. I do. I'm now a famous McDonald's worker. I didn't know that was a thing. And like, I try to do things well, but like, what's happening now is it's McDonald's by day, comedy by night, just completely tired by weekend. And I have a lot of sleep problems. I've actually been told I sleep like Star Wars. Right? Because apparently when I roll over, I go, and when I snore, apparently I go. I actually went to a sleep clinic, which was the worst thing ever. They put you in a room full of snorers, tell you they're going to wake you up at 6 a.m. in the morning, and then try to work out why you're not sleeping properly. I think that's why. And when they even tape it down, they put all these cords on you so you can't roll over, but so they can record everything. But then they tape it all down and tell you to relax. I mean, how can I relax? I'm getting a violent 3 a.m. waxing in the morning. And I didn't even get to sleep because there was just a little annoying kid just rocking me constantly going, "Excuse me, are you Darth Vader?" It was so annoying. But even when I think about sleep, for some reason I think about death. Like, they're very same to me. I don't know what it is. Like, I keep hearing on the radio that, like, a man was found dead. Police suspect foul play. Like, what? You suspect foul play in a murder case? Really? That's so redundant. You're not going to hear, like, a man was found dead, police suspect compassionate play. It's not going to happen. Although I suppose maybe one day you might hear something like, a man was found sleeping with his wife. We suspect foreplay. Yeah. If you think that's the dumbest joke I've ever written, there's worse. Actually, I was standing in the shower and all I thought to myself was, if I became a judge, I could change my name to Majority. And then every time I bang my gavel, I could just be like, majority rules. That's the dumbest joke I've ever written. Where was I? I didn't even intend to tell that one. Yeah, I don't normally struggle with sleep. I also have a heart condition. I have blocked nose, I had flu a few days ago, I had a stomachache yesterday. I have that many things wrong with me. My parents tried to use my birth certificate as a receipt. And like, even when I go to the doctors, they like to mess with me. Like, one time I was getting a blood test, and I said, just to let you know, I'm completely afraid of needles. I know I'm 22 and that, but I'm afraid of them. And they went, that's okay, just to let you know, I have no idea what I'm doing. I was like, that's not appreciated. So no, it's okay, I was being sarcastic, you're my third. Today or ever. And even, like, I can never, ever drink, ever, because of my heart condition. Or so my mom keeps telling me. Actually, that might not be true. And like, I don't know what my life expectancy is, but I keep thinking about how if I die and religion is correct, like, heaven is in the sky, hell is in the ground, but I'm claustrophobic and afraid of heights. I started thinking even about, like, the good, the bad, and the ugly, because, like, the good live in heaven, the bad live in hell, the ugly definitely live in my house. I know, I love that joke, my family doesn't. Anyway, so, like, I know my heart condition isn't genetic, but my dancing definitely is. Because my dad dances like this, and my mum dances like this. So unfortunately, every time I dance, I've inherited this. And like, one time, I got mugged by kangaroos, which I know is definitely genetic because my mum was attacked by a wombat. And you know when a wombat is eating your shoe, there's a good tactic: run away. They're slow. Anyway, and my nan got attacked by an emu. It was insane. She just had to let go of the sandwich. That was the entire solution there. But I was mugged by kangaroos. I was just feeding one with my hand. It was eating out of it. I'm just like, this is nice. And then one just jumped me from behind and stole my map and ate it. And then it followed me around for half an hour while I tried to find the exit. It's just, I've even been thinking about, like, just family in general. I started overthinking the word parent. Like parent, parents. That's probably the origin for that word. And just to the point where I was like, well, no, that makes sense, because what are parents? They're hard workers with a big family. You know, the mother ant sits on top going, bring me food and money and stuff, and all the men run around going, yes, dear. And I actually heard a theory that when you get pregnant, food affects the egg. And I really like this theory, because now what I want everyone to do is, like, eat a lot of chocolate. Just a lot of chocolate. And then just don't find out the gender at all, right? That way when the baby gets born, you get a Kinder Surprise. That's my favourite joke of the night. I came up with that one at work. And I do actually struggle with food in general. Because like, I was actually voted most likely to be eaten in school. Why? Because I'm 99% fat-free. And like, one time I went to a restaurant, because I know I'm skinny, but I also look young too. Because the lady, I wanted a large spaghetti bolognese, and the waitress just looks at me and goes, "You sure you can handle it?" It's a big bowl. And like the fruit, yeah, the bowl was that big, but the fruit was this big. I finished it in like 5 minutes. She's like, "Well done, good boy, you finished it all." Woo! It was the worst 21st I've ever been to. And I do struggle with confidence because of that. Like, I've been told when you want to practice comedy, you practice in a mirror. I practice in a mirror. It doesn't really work for me because, like I said, I overthink things. Like, I'm telling a joke, my reflection's telling a joke, I'm talking, he's talking, we both know the punchlines, so no one's laughing. You know, one of us just got to shut up and it's not going to be me, you know? And like, then I start yelling, he starts yelling, I call him ugly, we all cry a little. I mean, I suppose it does sound like me and my reflection don't get along much, but we are closer than they appear. Third dumbest joke I've ever written. And I do worry about how people perceive me too. Because like, one time a girl fell asleep in my house and I panicked. Because like, I don't want to be that guy who watches a woman sleep. I know that's creepy, I refuse to do that. So one of my options, like I shut my eyes, but that's nothing. So I went into the other room, but now I'm the guy stalking around the house while a woman sleeps. So I went up in the attic, but no. I don't want to be that guy. So I left my house. And now I'm here. Does anyone have a room I can stay in? Yeah, I'll finish on this one. I've always wanted to be a comedian, but I wouldn't be up here without two special people in my life. So I'd like to thank them. I'd like to thank my brother. And I'd like to thank my ex-girlfriend. And I hope we're very happy together. So I'm finished on that. I'd like to bring up now a really funny comedian who I wouldn't work with anybody else. It's Rob Kawana. He wears a suit all the time. He's so funny. So everybody, like, round of applause for Rob.